What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with another Mega Man X Dive event coverage video. Today, the Burning Bright of June just dropped, so thought I'd put together a little guide showing you how to S-ring the stage and find all the hidden elements available so that you can maximize your points for the event. So, before we jump into the stage here, I just want to show my loadout for this. I'll be doing the high difficulty version of the stage. So you see I'm a little underpowered. I'm using Alia because between Alia and Layer, I'm much more comfortable using Alia than I am using Layer, and they both get the same amount of points, so that's what I'm using. And just here to show my setup, I am using the Baton card alongside the Luna Platts card that I got from the Star Force event. You can use any green card. I just picked Luna because she synergizes with Baton, and then I have my maxed Alia card as well. I have no DNA on my Alia, so that kind of sucks, as that will hamper my Alia's damage output and damage mitigation a little bit, but it should all be fine once we get into the stage. Alright, so starting off the stage here, you're going to see me play a bit more cautiously, just because I am quite underpowered compared to the total power of the stage that's recommended, so I don't want to take too much damage, and because of that, I'm going to be playing a little more cautiously. There's also, I keep messing up my keybinds or my inputs for Alia's skills. I have them, so I hit the button for the one, the opposing one that I want to use, right? So when I'm in the air, I try to green spinner, but I hit the button for Melt Creeper, which can't be used in the air, which sucks. I think of that quite a bit during the stage, so unfortunately that does mess me up a little bit, but overall it's fine. Just taking out these enemies here. I was being a lot more cautious earlier on in the stage, but then once I got hit, I was like, alright, well, I got hit, so I can play a little bit more recklessly. So here is the first instance of the hidden element, much like the Valentine's event. You're going to come to these sections where Rico is like, hey, you need to help this person here. And you're going to run into Alia at this point in her bridal dress. And the enemies are actually attacking Alia. So you're going to need to protect her. I recommend going after the snipers first. Not the snipers. The enemies with the Gatling guns, because they shoot fast and can mess up Alia quite a bit. Now, fortunately, Alia only takes 1 damage per hit, but her HP and level scale with the difficulty of the stage that you're on. So just make note of that when you're doing this, and be sure to protect her, and you should be good to go. Alright, so the next hidden element comes just after the highway portion of the stage. We walk across the highway, and some bits of it fall through as you walk over them. You're just going to jump up top here on this platform, and then up top, and you're going to run into Layer. And much like with Alia, you're going to need to protect Layer. Just taking out the enemies here in this forced battle section. Now, I don't remember if any machine gun enemies spawn with the Gatling gun, but, oh, never mind. There they are. You're just going to want to kind of protect Layer. Now, something you can do, is something you see me doing right here, is kind of chunk blocking the attacks for her when I can. It doesn't work all the time because some enemies have launchers, so standing too close to Layer still ends up with her getting hit. But for, like, the Gatling gun enemies, you can just stand in front of her and be okay. And right here, I finish up, but I wanted to show what the element looked like because I didn't show it on the first one. So, you know, I come over, do little crouches, and that's the second element. You might be thinking to yourself, well, what about the third one? Well, funnily enough, I almost missed this one my first run because I assumed that up top was the way I needed to go, so I didn't go down here initially. That's why I did this in a specific order that I did, because that was the way I did it the first time I ran through. But just right below you is just the third bouquet, because I don't know. Honestly, I feel like that one was kind of sneaky, but at the same time, not really. I was just thinking that the top route was the correct route, but regardless, we have all 3 hidden elements. Now comes Palette. And let me tell you, Palette has had enough of the disrespect. Something I really liked about this Palette is that she was threatening to me. As you're going to see in a minute here, I get smoked. And you might notice right there, her S1 didn't stun me. It didn't stun me every time it hit me. So I was kind of confused about that. I was like, whoa, that's supposed to stun me, so what's going to happen here? And then I get hit with her Black Arrow. Not only does she have three launches of the Black Arrow, the Black Arrow now stuns. And that was very, very awkward, because her Ion Gun is supposed to be the one that stuns, but it leaves her very vulnerable. So it seems like what they did was they allowed her Black Arrow to stun you, which they also gave her access to part of her DNA because she has 3 arrows instead of the one. I was expecting the one, and right there she kind of just spazzes out, I guess, in victory that she smoked me twice. So what I was trying to do was dodge the black arrows like this the last time she shot them, but I didn't do a good enough job. And right there, she actually ends up having the Gatling gun as well. Also worth noting that at the end of the stage, you're going to want to have more than 30% HP. So I do that by healing and, you know, just kind of dying. But although, to be fair, the dying was because I played poorly. Something else worth noting is that Pallet has the Gator Fangs weapon equipped as well. So don't get too close to her or else you get slowed and take a lot of damage. And that's not too great. Alright, with that done, that is the end of the event. Like I mentioned earlier, I do really like how they gave Pallet access to some of her DNA passives, because one, that makes her really fun to fight, but two, also pretty scary because some other units with their DNA passives are terrifying to fight against. But it's also interesting that they added stun to her kit where it wasn't added in before, right? They swapped the stun with the attack debuff, which is very, very interesting and also super deadly if you were unaware of it and you got hit like I did. But that's it for this event. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hope this video helped you out. If it did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Shows me that you're enjoying the content. Helps my channel grow. And I hope that if you did pull for Bridal Alia and Bridal Leia, that your pulls went well. And I will see you guys next time. Later.